You And hello, everybody. Welcome to Awesome Talk Season 26, Episode 11. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm here. Pat's here. We're here. Hi, Pat. How's it going? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. As you can see, my PayPal is up on the thing. It's locked there because I need help. I need the electric company wants $900 from me by next week, and I owe them over $2,000. So what are you going to do, right? That's what happens when your air conditioning doesn't work right. Nobody does shit about it, but that's where we are. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. The famous Irish surfer, Trip Regents, once said, a frog will only jump when the money is right. And I want you to keep that in mind for today's show, right? A frog will only jump when the money is right. Famous Trip Regents. And I just think, Pat, I can hear you whacking on the keys already. Sounds good, man. I'm a little hyped up today. I'm hyped.
Nice.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Okay, well, good. That's good to see. I'm drinking a Sapporo here. I got my Japanese beer. And
nice.
Personally, I think Japan makes some of the best beer I've ever had in my life. Sapporo. And what's the other one that they make? There's another one that's really, really big from Japan. Excellent. But yeah, it's warm in here. Definitely warm in here. I'm hot. Yeah, it's been a hot few days. It sounds like a dumb thing to talk about, right? Like a stupid suburbanite thing. Hot day, it's been hot outside. You know, but it has been like, it's been like if Kuwait was on the sun. It's what it's been like. And what are you going to do? Just suffer, I guess. We're all here to suffer. This is America, the home of suffering for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was like 115 feels like for a few days there.
Yes, the heat index was 115. Very nice.
And yeah. And it's cooled off now. I don't even have the air on. It's like
we do.
72.
We do, because it's 80 degrees in here. And I've got the AC, central AC running and a secondary AC running.
I got it at 82 right now on purpose.
I love it. Good for you, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till I get $1 billion and I can build the compound for us. That's what I can't wait for. I got big dreams, Pat.
Are you guys like getting kicked out or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why? What does it sound like that?
I mean, I saw some posts you made the other day. Sounded like shit was going south real quick.
No, not necessarily. It just there's just a little bit of a at the moment. I'm not going to get too into it, but at the moment there just seems to be a bit of a misunderstanding of what's going on. That's all. And hopefully we get that worked out this week, and if we do, everything will be all good. So, but I still have big dreams, man. I got big dreams, dude, and I want those dreams to come to fruition. I want the compound. I want us to have the compound. And I can't stop thinking about it. Why shouldn't I think about it? Mr. Beast dreams big. What, do I need to be a mustached asshole in order to fucking have anybody pay attention? Give away Teslas? Fucking make people run around like it's the Hunger Games for money? How is that okay? How is it okay that guy does that? Oh, you're broke. Oh, you need to pay your electric bill. Here, do me a favor. See how many marshmallows you can eat or whatever dumb shit he makes people do. I feel like it's fucked up. I feel like his demeanor seems nice, but it's really fucked up.
Who?
Mr. Beast.
Something off about him. He's a psyop.
Right? That's what I'm saying, right? There's something going on with that guy. He had the fucking nerve recently to say that he actually didn't have any money.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Like, bro, you have assets. You have assets. Let me show you what no money looks like. It looks like this. This is no money.
Yeah.
This ball of anxiety exploding all over the fucking planet. That's no money, bro. Not when you own property and houses and cars and fucking internet fucking empires and media empires. You don't get to fucking say that shit.
Yeah, that was way out of whack.
So out of line. It's so offensive. Like, it's one of those things that wouldn't have been offensive 20 years ago because, like, whatever. But, like, now that we're in the age of the trillionaire, which, by the way, I said was going to happen on Austin Talk years ago, and some fucking dude that was here snickered at me when I said it. And he was like, there's never going to be a trillionaire. I was like, just wait, bro.
Yeah. It's like a fucking game to them. They don't even care. They just want number go up.
That's it. And like, dude, I'm feeling like that's how I need to behave. Just to get the fuck out of the shit. Yeah, just to get out of the fucking financial nightmare. It's like, if I don't put money first and I don't figure out how to make it, what's left for me, right?
Well, I mean, I think you're capable of making money.
I feel incapable.
I don't know, man.
Why are you? Oh, you're not frozen. Okay. Yeah, I feel incapable, but I feel suddenly a sense of drive. If that's not been clear, you talked about my post the other day, and that's really what it is. Like, I'm feeling a sense where I have all this stuff around me. Like, I feel like I have a lot of stuff. Everything all right there, bro? You got a bat in there?
Almost. It's a fucking huge bug that's been flying around my house for like a while.
Okay, all right.
Finally got him.
You don't typically kill bugs. No, you save the bugs. I typically, if it's a bug I'm afraid of, I'll suck it up in the vacuum, hope for the best, and take it outside.
Got him.
Right, there's a spider sitting over there for 2 days. I know I forgot to bring him out.
See it?
I don't know. I can't see it.
He's in there though.
What is it? Is it a stink bug?
It's like a huge ass beetle.
Those fucking stink bugs are everywhere. They're everywhere.
Dude, it flew by my head earlier and it sounded like a fucking bird flapping its wings. It was so big.
Yeah.
I was like, is there a fucking bird in here? And one of my friends was like, what, are you having a stroke? Like, you're hearing birds now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, I missed the shit out of you, Pat, man. I feel like I haven't seen you in weeks, dude.
Oh, yeah, I've been chilling. Been around.
I know, but I'm at fault. It's my fault, dude. Like, I'm fucking so just overwhelmed with shit lately that, like, I don't have any choices. But I want to fix all that. I really do. I legitimately do, man.
You'll get there, man. You just, it sounds like, I don't know, I probably mentioned this to you before, but it sounds like you're just spreading yourself way too thin.
I don't even understand that comment exactly.
Like you're like in your head, you're trying to do too many things.
I would say that I'm not doing enough. I would say that.
Well, that's what's hindering you. You have all these ideas of different directions you want to go, but you're not really going in any of them.
Right. So that's a great point. It's a great point. So let's talk about that. The reason why that's happening is because there are elements to my personal situation that are so urgent that what's actually happening is when it comes to the creative projects, the ambitions that I have, I'm not paying close attention to those things because they're urgent problems. Rent payments, electric bill payments, that type of shit that are so all encompassing that like my like joy is just being absolutely like extracted from my psyche, like from like my whole life. So you're right in saying I do have a lot of things that I want to tackle, but the problem is I think from the outside world it might look like I am actively trying to tackle those things, but the truth is I'm not, and that's where the misery comes from. I'm not trying to tackle anything because I don't have the time, the energy, or the money. And I feel like those essential things should be handled so that I can take other steps in my life that I would enjoy and would make me happy, and I can't do that. So it turns me into a bit of a lunatic. And who wouldn't be a lunatic? This is America. It's America. 4th of July's went by, right? Like, we are all insane.
True.
But I can do a lot at once, but I can't when my basic needs aren't being met to such a degree.
Yeah.
What, you know what I mean? Like when I have the electric company going, we're going to turn your shit off next week if you don't give us $900. It's like why am I giving you $900?
For how many months is that?
That's 3 months. No, I'm sorry. The over $2,000 is 3 months worth. Because right now my electric bill is floating around $600 to $650 a month.
What the fuck?
But that's what happens when we have to run the AC 24 hours a day and it never fucking shuts off.
I mean,
so because if we don't, we're gonna die in here because the heat is unbelievable. But regardless of all of that, I just want my basic needs met so that I can pursue the other things that I want to. For example, this show. This show suffers when I neglect pushing this show. I know that. But if you're in my position, you're fucking working constantly.
Yeah.
And you're being told by the world around you that you're not doing enough. And when I have weeks of my life where I'm working up to 50 hours, I can't even see my friends. I can't even see my friends. Can you mute? Second you came on, I started. And it's like I can't even see my friends in this capacity. And sometimes I feel so overwhelmed and like depressed that you know, and that was what my post was about the other day was, who the fuck would want to talk to me? Like I'm so negative, and it's like, but how can I not be? Like in reality, how the fuck am I supposed to focus on any other bullshit that people want to focus on when I'm like, dude, I'm in this urgent situation. And I live in a culture that's like, you're not working hard enough, you're not doing enough. And it's like, dude, when I'm working 50 hours a week, week after week after week, and all I do is sink, something else is wrong. Like, don't let your fucking oppressors tell you what the problem is. Oppressors tell you that the problem is you don't work enough, that there are not enough fucking hours in a week for you to work. That's what the fuck it is. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, at some level.
I'm going to say one more thing, not to cut you off, but I'm going to say one more thing. In America, electricity and clean water and internet should be fucking free. All of those things should be free because they are essential for modern society. So if you want people to go to work and have fucking phones and use the fucking internet for everything, then those things should be handled. Now, I'm sorry, not to cut you off. I am fired up tonight, brother.
I mean, yeah, it's not a bad idea.
It's a great idea. Like, what is the point of our species? What is the point of being prosperous? What's the point of science, math, education if as a species we're not moving forward to something? We as a species should be moving forward to no work and all creativity, which of course will lead to work that are works of passion, not work for the sake of labor so some asshole can just have whatever the fuck they want while other people have nothing.
Well,
sorry.
It is pretty set up for economic slavery.
Yes, it is. It's slavery with iPads, and it includes everybody.
Yeah, it's a free roaming prison.
Right. Free roaming prison, right.
Yeah.
And if you want to leave the prison, you also got to fucking buy keys to get out.
Pretty much.
Just because those keys come in the form of passports or whatever the fuck it is they want, they're keys. The world revolves on money, and if you have enough of it, you don't have to follow any fucking rules at all. You think Elon Musk follows rules? He has enough money to own a planet. He can own the military 3 times over.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
It is the source of the problem, my friend.
When enough money allows you to do whatever the fuck you want and be above the law, that's not an actual society.
Right, and it also exposes something very important, which you yourself have said on the show many times. There actually aren't laws. There are tickets you buy for things, right? Because if you're getting a fine for doing something wrong, then that means for rich people, for poor people, that's destructive. For rich people, it's just the cost of admission.
Yep, pay to play.
All. Now. One time I was driving with my mom in the car. She threw a cigarette out the window. She got pulled over. Now I agree that she shouldn't do that. That's fine. She would agree that she shouldn't do that, and it was ridiculous, right? But she got pulled over and ticketed for that. Corporations, they dump fucking entire fucking slews of bullshit all over the world, and they get fined for that shit. No one goes to prison. No one is afraid to go to jail. It's price of admission.
Yeah, if they get fined.
They get fined.
They pay the politicians and local governments off so they don't have to pay that shit when it comes.
Right.
They prepay that stuff so they're protected.
Correct.
And that has to be able to like all this shit needs to stop. Everybody at these local levels are all fucking bought.
Yeah.
And they're easily bought because they don't have money like these rich people do. They're just like people like us, middle class.
Right. They imagine something, if you will.
They want to do something nice for the town, and then all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. Hey, we want you to do this, and here's a shitload of money. And what are you going to say? No?
But let's be careful with that word, shitload of the phrase "shitload of money."
Well, it's all relative. Like to you,
exactly.
$100,000 could be a shitload of money.
$100,000 would change my life forever, is what I feel
exactly.
Like right
now. So all these people in local government, that's how they feel too. I'm sure.
A
couple $100,000 would change their fucking life. That means I can retire. That means I could do this and that, whatever. I can get the extension on my house that I've been wanting, whatever.
Right.
So they do it, and they don't care about the actual citizens that live there or the residents or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like it's so ridiculous at this point where everybody that's supposed to be protecting us and in charge is actually the ones perpetrating on us the most.
Correct. They're feeding on us the most. The people we vote for sick shit on. Look at the governor in New Jersey, fucking six the fucking police on our own voters. Makes no fucking sense.
Yep. At least she's trying to force data centers and shit to pay their own way and to not use the grid.
Things. I know mistakes have been made, and I know she's doing good things. But
no, I mean I don't know how good it is. I didn't really look too far into it, but I heard that she's trying to force data centers to get off grid because the load is too much for our system with all the air conditioners and shit running, which all the air conditioning and everything's baked into our system already.
Yeah.
All that's fine. Once you start adding all these AI shit centers, that's where all the fucking power, that's like 70% of the power usage in the whole fucking state right now.
See, this is a very interesting point too, and it's an interesting topic because I'm all for, I really truly am all for progress and all of that, but I want it to be responsible. I want it to be clean, and I think everybody does,
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can do it in a way where it's not going to fucking destroy the environment, destroy local communities, destroy everybody's pockets, make taxpayers pay your fucking way because we need incentives to be here. I mean, we would just move somewhere else. So fucking move somewhere else. Keep fucking hopping around the country. Waste all that money until you're fucking bankrupt because I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
They can waste money. That's the whole thing. But here's the other thing I would present too. I would say that it's probably likely that most corporations would always try for the cheapest route first. And the pushback of the people not only stops anything negative from happening, but it also forces ingenuity. So if these things are going to happen or they want them to happen, it means it's going to have to happen responsibly.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot of companies right now that have AIs that should be fucking obsolete now because they're so fucking power hungry and useless that they keep continuing it with it because it's proprietary. Like it's fucking Meta or whatever the fuck. For example. And
it's a strange moment.
If you see power efficient AIs that are way beyond what the fuck you have, pack it up. shut it down and fucking get with the other shit.
It's coming.
What are you doing holding on to this fucking ancient power usage technology that's not doing anything for anybody?
But then again, it also depends on where you are in the world, and it does seem that America is always way far behind.
No, I'm saying in America, you got Claude, you got fucking Anthropic, you got all these ChatGPT even. You got so many fucking different AIs right now, and half of them suck. Yeah. Half of them are inefficient. They don't work right. They don't fucking do what they're supposed to do. And these companies keep holding on to them and using all this fucking power and water and all this shit for no fucking reason. Because they're stubborn. Their fucking egos are too big to see that they failed. And they keep holding on to this fucking mistake that they made. Because it took them a lot of money and a long time to make this mistake. And they don't want to fucking let go of it.
I think in 24 months, you're going to see a huge shift. In 24 months,
you're gonna have to, because it's unsustainable at this rate.
And that's an okay thing to notice. I think it's an okay thing to notice.
Yeah, but corporations need to fucking notice it. They're worried about their investors probably, because what are they gonna tell their investors? Oh, all that fucking money you gave us is basically useless now because our shit sucks. They can't fucking say that.
Yeah.
Because their fucking ego, they're stubborn, all that other shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, what are you fucking doing?
We're living in a very strange moment when it comes to that kind of shit. There's a lot of big dick waving going on at all levels of everything. And I'm really
and it's really fucking, it's like,
it's really gross.
It's pretty fucking lame.
Like there's kind of like a,
you got all this money and this is the best you can do with your fucking time is to fucking compete with another douchebag that doesn't give a fuck about anything. Come on, man.
Sort of this moment where
it's all so stupid.
There was sort of this moment where I noticed that like these sort of like 80s ideologies were coming back, right? And everybody kind of looked at that like, oh, great, I get to say fucked up shit again. And it's like, bro, I don't know if you know this, but the reason why that shit's in the past is because it got old and it sucked in the end.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. So, nobody cares anymore.
Like, you can look back with nostalgia and all that, and you can have those feelings, and you can remember that stuff, all that. But like, it's not good, man. The anti-intellectualism of the 80s was not a good thing. It was a fucking bad thing, and it's the reason why we're here now.
It is, because, dude, look at fucking, what's his name? The guy who runs Philanthropic or whatever the fuck it is. Plantier.
Yeah.
The dude openly talks like he's a fucking bullied nerd in high school. Like he wants to kill people, like kill journalists and all this, whatever that guy is.
Crazy shit.
He sounds like he got beat up a lot when he was younger.
Listen to me,
and now he's trying to get his fucking weird nerd revenge on everybody.
I'm going to tell you something. I want to know if you can relate to me on this. I wish I had $1 billion, and here's why. I would buy a piece of property. I would put a house on it for everybody that I care about. I would make it as sustainable and clean as humanly possible. I would put a greenhouse on it. I would help people in the community. And I would mind my own fucking business at my place that I built for the people that I care about. Because I know I'm going to die someday, probably. And I just wish I had that.
How do you choose
moment of serenity? Huh?
How do you choose who to help? Like, you're not going to be able to help everybody. So who do you choose? How do you choose who to help?
It's random. I'm sorry that it is, but it's random.
You're just going to get a bucket and throw a bunch of different shit in there and then pull one out and be like, all right, I'm helping these people.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, actually, but no, it's more like, all right, what's going on right now? What would help the most people at once?
See, I wouldn't help people, like, just give them money. I'd probably do like a free breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for people who needed it or something like that.
But Pat, I'm going to tell you this:
run a food bank or clothing thing.
Sarah wants you to chime in here.
But mostly animals, I'd probably help.
Who would I help?
Hell yeah. But one thing, Sarah, before you talk. every time we talk about our little paradise that we create, I want a big barn dominium on it. And I truly do want a lazy river with a small tugboat where Pat just rides the tugboat all day.
I'm down.
Right. You're just on the tugboat.
Tugboat Pat.
I'm in there, dog. I'm in there.
You're in there. You got your gooses. Your ducks. They're flopping around on deck, and I'm just like this. Like when I think about this in my life, like I need y'all to understand how happy it makes me, the idea that I'm living in this like small paradise with people that I care about. I'm helping the community so they don't fucking hate me. I am trying to do things sustainably, and then you just got Pat on a fucking tugboat, just going around the lazy river of the property, patrolling the fucking place, just smoking and chilling with his fucking ducks.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
The happiness I feel is ridiculous. Sarah, what do you think?
Would I help? So I think that it's hard to help people in a way that projects them into a positive future if the system that made them that way continues to exist. So I would probably spend a pretty good amount of my money to basically do what Republicans and Democrats do. I would buy politicians that were ultra progressive socialists, and then I would make sure that they were installed in places that would dramatically change the entire fucking future of the country, so that way people were getting paid a fair minimum wage, that disabled people had access to things that they need to thrive, and then that would help not just the people that immediately existed, but generations and generations moving forward.
I'm not surprised that that's literally the most intelligent answer I think I could have gotten by good politicians that are people first.
Lobby wow.
People first.
That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna use lobby wow.
Lobby wow. Yeah, man.
Turn that bribe into a campaign contribution.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. If at the end of the day it's a human being that's putting everybody before themselves, you put a momdami all over the fucking place, you got a different fucking country. You got a different world. Sorry, but you fucking do.
Republicans would fucking shit themselves with
what's left of them
everywhere.
What's left of them, Pat? What's left of them?
Dude, people are like, he may be doing some good things or whatever, but like he shouldn't be mayor because he's not from this country or whatever.
I know, right? Dude, did you know he's fixing potholes and helping trans kids and stopping bad landlords and doing this? How dare he? I'm like, dude, don't threaten me with a good time, man. Let's get this guy all over the place.
I would completely change education and make
1000%.
it mandatory that kindergarten age students had to take empathy classes.
Oh, I love that. I love that because we got a huge problem with that in this country, especially among, I mean, it's among all people. I've noticed that because I spend too much time on the internet now, but men especially, dear Lord, on a global scale, my God, the sociopathy is real.
My favorite thing that he's done,
yes,
is the deed theft thing. Dude, that shit has been a fucking problem for like good 30 years now, where these dudes are coming in. I mean, we all know who they are. Sure. They all come in and they just pay off they have the judge in their pocket. They fucking get this fake piece of paper and say, "Oh, right. this is our house," or "This is our building."
He is doing something that's extremely important. By the way, anybody who's watching, you can see that my PayPal is pinned to the top. I desperately need help with my electric bill, so if you don't mind contributing, that's dope. But he is proving that politicians could have fixed shit the whole fucking time, and they didn't because they chose not to. They chose not to. That motherfucker in 6 months has done more for New York than I have seen done for New York in the 47 motherfucking suffering ass years I've spent in this shithole planet. Sorry, but that's a fact. Sorry that Giuliani, the fucking people's governor, didn't do dick but stand on a pile of rubble for fucking photo ops. Sorry.
He cleaned up the streets for the rich people.
That's exactly. Yeah. What did that look like? What do you think that looked like? What was that?
That looked like
well,
a
he
lot
got rid of the mafia. He went after the mafia more than anything, but he also got rid of all the porn theaters, specifically around the rich, where rich people tend to be.
Yeah, it also seemed when Giuliani was president that president, governor.
Like, do you even remember like that? Like, you don't even know.
I remember homeless people disappearing.
Yeah, they disappeared.
That was
the homeless people disappeared. Yep, because they didn't want to fucking look at them.
Not just a few, thousands of homeless people disappeared off the face of the planet, and not only that, but the fucking organ banks and shit went through the fucking roof during that time. So.
Listen, man,
they were probably getting harvested.
I have learned how easy it is for them, even in the age of just the internet running wild, how easy it is for them to compartmentalize information, news, shit they're doing. It is crazy to me, some of the shit that happens in the world that no one hears about.
Gets swept under the rug, man.
Crazy. Because we have the internet. It should be burning out of control, but it's not. They're still controlling how you get information. It's weird. And it's no different than what the fucking news did to all of us growing up. Because we lived through the 80s and 90s, right? And one thing I learned that I didn't know was that news was regional. Right? So the news you got on the East Coast wasn't exactly the news you got in the Midwest, and that wasn't exactly the news you got on the West Coast.
Still is like that, by the way.
And it is still like that, correct. Yes.
Yeah, national news is very, like, surface level.
Very surface level. Very little investigative journalism going on. You need podcasts for that. You need documentaries for that.
I also think that we should go back to the way that news was. Like, we had news. There was morning news, which was usually people were like watch those stupid morning talk shows. That's how they woke up. And then there wasn't really news in the afternoon much. Like, most people watched 7 o'clock news, and then there was like a 10 o'clock thing that went into 11 o'clock news, and then that was your news.
Can you verbalize that? Can you verbalize the benefits?
The
versus
benefit
the
was
negatives?
that there is no fucking negative. The benefit was simply that there was no need to make the news astounding, because it didn't have to fill up 24 hours. It was just, this is what happened today. We're talking for 1 hour, and then you can go about your business. And that was it. So if there was big news, you would hear about it. If there wasn't that big of news, then they would fucking do one of those feel-good fucking pieces and talk about that, or talk about talk about what Oprah was doing. But it was an hour, and then it was over. If you have to fill 24 hours a day, then it gets real easy to start fucking, doing all these conspiracy theories and having to sway people to think a certain way because you need them to watch the whole 20. There are people that watch entertainment news 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and they don't even know that it's entertainment.
In the 90s, if someone said one day, this is all people are going to watch is news channels, you would think that they were fucking crazy.
Fucking nuts, yeah. 100%. If you would have told my 18-year-old counterpart that, I'd been like, what?
Well, you know what it is? It's they learned the ratings game.
Yeah,
exactly. They perfected it. That's why
news should not rely on ratings.
Yeah, that's why people prefer local news. Number one, that's why they don't talk about national issues. They only stick to local dumb shit.
And the other thing that needs to change is that at one time there were laws about what could be said on news stations and how it had to be verified. And I would immediately eradicate entertainment news. I would just make it illegal. If I was a dictator, I would just make it illegal, because there are, unfortunately, not every person in the country understands the difference. All you need is a news desk, and there are people that think that means it's real. And that should not be legal. If you want to have a satire show or whatever, that's different. But if you have a show where you are literally saying you're the news, you are never saying you're just entertainment. You are literally saying everything coming out of your mouth is true. There is never a moment of parody. There's no satire here. I'm literally, that should not be allowed. That should absolutely not be fucking allowed.
I also think that news should have different rules when it comes to social media. I don't think news should be allowed to have comments. I think because I'm going to tell you why. It's not just because it spreads toxic bullshit. It's because it motivates the news poorly. Because then what the news wants to do is they want to give you clickbait and rage.
Well, that's kind of the same thing as what I said.
And then you make money off of the fucking clicks.
You shouldn't ever have news for the sake of who's watching it. It should just be it should be like a public utility. Like it's a thing that you check in order to be informed, and that's all it should be. It should not be a thing that's based on ratings or views or likes or anything like that. Like it should be so far removed from people's opinions. Like at one time, remember what the news was like? There was the whoever the fuck was the main host, and everyone knew their name. And then there would be like the guy who was considered like the investigator of the show, and they would cut to him and he would talk about shit that was left-leaning or right-leaning or just shit about the world, and he had no fucking opinion about it whatsoever. All he did was tell you in the most unbiased way anything. Like, you would have no idea what his personal politics were because there was no clue. It was so unattached to anything we watched. And now, like, good luck watching anything where the host doesn't tell you what they think of it and why they think it's right or wrong. And you know exactly where they stand. Like, I don't fucking want to know. I want to go back to the fucking the fucking headline news people that all wore boring ass brown suits with suede elbows, and they all had the same haircut, and you always knew their name, and you had no idea who the fuck they were outside of that. Because news shouldn't have a face. News is just it's a way to describe things that happen. Like news is just a report of things that occurred. And that's all it should ever be, is just you receiving information unattached to faces, celebrities, opinions, bias. Look at the way that not having it that way has fucked people up, man.
Yeah, that's real. People are so fooled by it because they don't even realize that 90% of the news on their channel is opinion.
Is it entertainment? Yeah.
That's half, like, I don't even know if you can classify it as entertainment. It's just,
well, that's what it's technically called.
Some guy
news.
Giving you his own fucking spin on it
with his eyebrow raised.
Yeah. I can't. They do all those fucking weird faces, and it's like,
yeah, I know. They're like, and guess what? They want to help trans kids next. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shut the fuck up. That's what I think about it. Shut up.
Why are we thinking about this at all? How about we talk about
some mind your own fucking business?
Fuck.
Like, they came out with a law about not having trans athletes or whatever in games, and that's it was for I don't remember if it was a college or somewhere that came up with this rule, but within what they were ruling, I think there was something like 2 trans sports players in the whole thing. They went through all of that money and all of that trouble to make that law for 2 fucking people.
That's okay. They put out a 162-page document the other day about why the Smithsonian is misrepresenting the history of America. Yes. Because that's what you should spend fucking tax dollars doing while the world's on fire and we're all fucked.
There's no art left in the world. I mean, not in our. There's no art in our country
right now.
Our country is I don't know.
These are the times in history where art is the most important. is and it's the hardest thing to do because it could get you fucking arrested. That's what it's here for. It's not here for just, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm about to say, but it's not just here for just beauty and flowers. It's here to fucking expand and open your perspective and just fucking motivate your ass.
So can I bring up something?
Yes.
Okay. So July is Disability Pride Month, and it is because it celebrates the enacting of the ADA. So that's why, for anyone that is about to ask why, I'm just telling you. It's basically just a celebration of the anniversary of the ADA, and it's called Disability Pride Month. And about 2 weeks ago, our government put out a memo that said that they didn't. So in the 90s, there was a very important ruling that passed that stated that disabled people are allowed to live in their homes and that they are allowed to live in their communities and they should be integrated into their communities, and that institutionalization should basically be considered not an option, a last resort, not an option. And our government 2 weeks ago basically came out with a memo that said that that's not what that ruling meant. Now, it was a memo, it wasn't a legal ruling, but because it has now been made clear that our government does not believe that disabled people have the right to not be institutionalized, it also means that states can use that memo as a example as to why they're now taking home care away from disabled people. So it is essentially just starting to lay the groundwork to take away probably one of the most important rights that disabled people have ever been given. And I'd also want to point out that if you ever questioned how absolutely segregated and unequal disabled people are from able-bodied people, just remember that we needed a law to tell others that we shouldn't be put in institutions and that we deserve to stay at home. Yeah, like we needed a law to be passed to say that we have the right to live in our communities.
America's a fucked up place because the reason why we have these sorts of things, right? You have like Disability Pride Month, Juneteenth. The reason why things like that exist is because
so people can learn about these things.
But it's not just that. They represent moments in time where our country dodged being a bad place for somebody. It's a point in time where something was done to make sure that we held up the ideals that we claimed to give a shit about, and did it in real life, like took real steps to make sure that people were taken care of.
Well, anyway, there's been a lot of people online saying that this is good, that, that there are people that this could be good for. There are people that can't be controlled, that whatever, this would be good for them. And if you're one of those people, I just want to offer, considering what you're saying with different words and saying that it's a good idea because there are some people that deserve to be abused, because that's what you're saying when you say that. That's what that means. Like first of all, I told this to Rick earlier, but Germany actually looked at Americans' institutions as their model when they made concentration camps. So I don't know how else to describe how unbelievably abusive these places were, but they were essentially a great way for society to be able to not have to look at disabled people or accept that they exist. And that's still something that that society wants. And clearly, there's not really that many able-bodied people I really feel fighting or even saying anything about this. So,
and that's, you just reminded me of something, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna bring it up, but yeah, I mean, people from outside the community, or people who care about the community, definitely need to step up.
like, you have to consider, people say, well, God, it would be so much less money for a disabled person to have what they need in their home than for them to for them to build all these institutions back up again. And it's like, yes, you're almost getting it. If it's more money and more work and they
Right.
want to do it anyway,
Right.
then what is the reason? It is because throughout history, disabled people are taken and hidden away so society doesn't have to see them. I mean,
why is that? Give me your. Why does that happen? But where does the shame come from? Like, what is that?
Well, so when institutions started to be built to hold disabled people, around that same time, there was a massive eugenics movement where essentially the belief, and it was like a pretty common belief, was that if someone is born with an intellectual disability, they will pass it on. They should be sterilized. It needs to be, you have to essentially cut that off. Like, you have to cut it off. You can't let it proliferate. And a lot of institutionalization came up around that idea. And that they basically, you have to understand that they also pushed parents to institutionalize their disabled kids. And they would tell them, like, there's nothing that you can do at home that would be better than what we can do for them. Now, behind closed doors, they were being horrifically, sociopathically abused. So then the question is, if they weren't even going to do what they said, why would they desire to take disabled children just to abuse them in a place that they wasn't even big enough for the amount of inmates that they had? Well, because the goal wasn't any of those things. The goal is to remove visibly disabled people from society. That is the goal. It's just like this. It's like the whole separate but equal thing with Black people, except for the most part, as a whole, the idea of separate but equal was talking about able-bodied Black people that could speak up. But in this situation, we can segregate the disabled population because, many of them couldn't speak for themselves and no one would listen to them anyway, even if they said what was happening to them. So you can just do whatever you want to them, just kill them, because no one's going to say anything. Disabled people always go first.
I don't know what to say, because I know you're right. I know
they
the history
had
of
beds that they were called cage cribs and cage cots.
Awful.
They were cots that were cages. So they couldn't even stand up. They were just in a bed that was a cage. And they saw, one judge went undercover. He saw disabled people drinking out of dirty toilets, maggots coming out of their ears. Like, one person that said he went to the supervisor to report abuse was kicked down the stairs by the supervisor. Like, these sound anecdotal, but they're not specific little things that happen. The entire system ran this way. It wasn't these little moments that it's like, oh, we can just pull out the bad seeds. The whole fucking thing was like this. The whole thing. They had fucking graveyards in the backs of the institutions, for God's sake.
Jesus, man. And
these places, what I've said about them is, this is what able-bodied society looks like when they can do what they want and think they won't be judged for it to disabled people. I feel like able-bodied society, this is the core of their feelings towards disabled people, is this, that behind closed doors, those people were abusive as hell. On the outside, they were probably perfectly nice people to other people in their lives.
Right.
But disabled people weren't fellow human beings. They're just like not even an animal. I don't think that any of those abusive people would have hurt any of their pets, any animal.
So I know that there are several extraordinarily informative documentaries that sort of talk about these things. Can you recommend anything for people who don't know any of this history?
There was a really famous one that Geraldo did. That was probably the one that got the most attention. It was a really big deal when it came out. And then there was one about Willowbrook. You can find them all on YouTube. And yeah, like if you just type in Willowbrook documentary, it'll come up. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's called The Path Forward, Remembering Willowbrook was that one. And it's really fucking hard to watch. It's really it's scary. It's scary to know that they feel this way and that there are people on disability, which means that they already have the names. They already have names of people. They don't have to find anyone.
Where the stigma comes from, like what the psychological reason for that is.
Because people are afraid of it. Because everybody is just one bad experience away, or one a year away, or one thing away from becoming somebody who needs assistance or somebody who is disabled. And I feel like society just doesn't want to see.
Yeah, I think it's that, and I think that the other part of it is that so a lot of this happened during the Industrial Revolution, when the idea of your worth being attached to your productivity became much bigger.
Kind of that's where I was going with it.
I think that when you have disabled people who almost inherently need more, or at least more noticeable things than able-bodied people, and the idea of needing something is so repulsive, then the disabled person also becomes repulsive. I mean, the idea that you would have to ask for help.
People can't even stand when you're hungry.
Yeah,
let alone disabled and needing help.
Yeah, because the idea of needing anything is repulsive in a capitalist society.
They see you as a drain on society, even though there's fucking huge sinkholes on society that they ignore constantly. You know, and they're worried about your little tiny bit of money that
$36 a year.
Yeah, it should be baked in with taxes.
It should be baked in.
It's also what keeps the farmers fucking going. Is
I mean, yeah, subsidies are a thing. Right. Yeah, subsidy. But don't worry, subsidize every fucking thing.
Right.
I don't know why we can do it for corporations, but not for the fucking people that need it the most. You know, if you're a corporation and you need subsidies, maybe you shouldn't be in fucking business.
Yeah,
you're a bad businessman.
Yeah, our governor wants to make corporations in New Jersey pay a fine if their workers are on Medicaid.
Good.
Nobody should have to fucking be on Medicaid or anything like that. Government assistance if you have a fucking job. You should be paid enough to fucking survive, live, and thrive.
We just have a broken system.
Nobody is. You can't even get enough for rent nowadays. It's crazy.
The whole system is fucking broken, man. Everybody should have medical care. And I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Everybody should have electricity. Everybody should have internet. Whatever the fuck it... Like, don't you want your country to be healthier? Like,
that's the thing. They don't.
Like, don't you want the money going into the system to come back to you and be like, oh, I have.
We understand that the rich people already feel that the system is coming back to them. So why would they want that changed? It's only the poor people that say the system's not coming back to them.
I'm starting to think that I can't break that there is no breaking the poor people spell. I think the spell to get people to. I mean, maybe we're seeing signs of it. I think Mom Donnie is signs of it. I think that's a sign of it, and I'm hoping that I'm right. But. God damn, and the people who just seem to fight for a system that caters to anybody but them is so frustrating.
Anyway, wait.
Their business model needs people to be poor. It needs people to be able to be taking advantage of. Otherwise, they're not making this money they're making.
There you go.
But go ahead, Sarah.
So what I was going to say was that I don't know if anyone remembers this. I remember it because I could hear history blowing in the fucking breeze. About a year ago or so, Trump had said that he wanted to bring back institutions, and he had said that homeless people are lunatics. That's what he said. Okay, and most people heard that and just thought, oh, like he's just bad mouthing another group of people. But what I heard was a diagnosis. It was him casting a diagnosis over a group of people in order to get the public to start looking at them as dangerous. And this has happened in history so many times. Groups of people are labeled as disabled, and then it opens the door to abusing them. A great example of that is slavery. Slaves were often labeled disabled, even if they weren't. And then they were told that they were lucky that they were given an opportunity to work. The second you're called disabled, you can be abused. And so this whole thing with wanting to change this ruling really comes down to Trump wanting to institutionalize homeless people on the basis that they're quote unquote lunatics. But what it also does, not to say that that should happen, because it fucking shouldn't, it's horrifying. What that also does is then opens the door for disabled people to be reinstitutionalized as well.
It also gives them the ability to just like
diagnose anyone.
Make these people disappear.
Yeah. All you have to do is diagnose someone. The whole Trump derangement syndrome thing. Yeah. Everyone thought that was funny. When I heard it, I said, they're going to try and make that a thing. And then they're going to lock people up for it.
I am convinced that they will do anything.
Did you ever notice how often they try and say that being trans is a mental illness? That is not meant as an insult. That is meant to lay the groundwork to take people away. Every time you hear someone call someone something that is a disability, pay attention to what that person wants to happen to them. Because it is always abuse or taking away their rights or locking them up every single time. It is not, those aren't just insults. Everyone blows it off as just some little thing. If they're calling you a thing that is a diagnosis, then pay attention to what they have planned for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, should I go to the break, Sarah, do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will cut to the 5-minute break, and then we will come back for a little while. Please stick with us. Check out my pinned message on Twitch. And I just want to let you know that I like to give a... Hold on, let me mute you guys here so that we can get out of this safely. Okay, you're muted. And you're muted. Okay, great. And yeah. And like the great Fax Mihaela said, life is where the TV static burns brightest. And we will see you in 5 minutes.
Awesome, talk awesome, talk awesome, it's awesome, talk 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 awesome, talk.
And welcome back, everybody, to Awesome Talk season 26, episode 11, here on July 8th, 2026. I am not going to go ahead and diss the man right now. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Can you put sugar and tomato sauce?
You can put sugar and tomato sauce. Mom, you remember that? You remember that shit. My mom would make a tomato sauce for fucking pasta, and once in a while my dad would come home and he would pour sugar in the sauce, and then my mother would get pissed off. But the sugar was a bad thing. And by the way, tomatoes are a sugary fruit.
Your mother was 150,000% right to get pissed off. I would have fucking thrown that sauce right in the trash. Disgusting. Absolutely embarrassing.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I remember one time you were making sauce in the kitchen, and Dad walked into the fucking kitchen, and he had all his uncomfortable clothes on from work, and he picked up your little blue sugar fucking thing that you had, and he looked at me, he was like, and he went like this, he was like, shh, and then he poured some sugar into the, and then he put it down, and then he snuck out of the kitchen.
Dude, if someone fucking touched my sauce like that, they would have it all over them in like 5 seconds. Are you fucking serious?
You need to get on camera, because this is a whole thing.
That is my sauce. You're gonna put fucking sugar in it? Are you fucked?
Sugar is good in sauce, though.
Oh my god!
What is sugar not good in?
Sauce!
My mom just said you are right. I was so pissed.
Good, you should be. At least one person here, other than me, gets it.
Oh, Pat's back. Pat, you got to get on camera and ask Pat. You got to get on camera and ask Pat.
Pat, are you fucking fucked in the head enough to put sugar and fucking tomato sauce and still be able to look yourself in the mirror?
Like what's the size of the pot, and like how are you making it from scratch?
He just said, what's the size of the pot, and are you making it from scratch? You better get on camera.
Yeah, if it's from scratch, no one in their right mind's gonna put fucking sugar in it if they're good.
See, my mom used to make tomato sauce, and it was very good. And my dad would sometimes come home from work, and he would sneak sugar into the sauce when she wasn't looking, and then he would sneak out of the room.
So there's a thing, like sometimes you get like really fucked up tomatoes, and they are really bitter.
Bitter tomatoes. So Pat's talking about bitter tomatoes.
So if you make
need to get on camera.
If you make a sauce with bitter tomatoes, like a huge pot, like a little tiny bit of sugar, like not even a teaspoon, will kill all the bitterness completely.
My father, look, to be fair.
It's just a science thing. It's not like a...
My father
it's
weighed
not
over
for
400
taste.
pounds.
It's more for
My father
like
weighed over 400
get rid
pounds,
of the
Pat. He
bitter.
wasn't putting sugar in the sauce because of bitter tomatoes. He was putting sugar in the sauce because he liked sugar.
You can do the same thing with chicken, though. Chicken will absorb all the bitterness from the sauce and even it out. It's like a balance thing.
Oh, there's
so you can do it a few different ways. A little tiny bit of sugar is one of them.
Okay, all right.
Chicken's one of them.
Listen, the other thing I want to be clear about, bro. We're not talking about a little bit of sugar. We're talking about my dad.
No,
we're talking
that's
about
crazy.
450 pounds of my dad taking the sugar bowl and just dumping it over a fucking pot of sauce.
No, that doesn't work. That's diabetes in a sauce.
Right,
it's not even going to taste like sauce anymore.
Well, listen, man, like I don't want to insult my father or anything, but the man definitely knew how to eat. That was for fucking sure. I mean, he was a professional at it, and we would eat all kinds of shit.
I want to insult your father's sauce.
Well,
I've seen people
use
it though.
Sugar. Yeah, I know. The people that put fucking sugar in their sauce should never be anywhere near it ever again.
Where
I've had some. I mean, some of the best sauces I've ever had like a teaspoon of sugar in a giant fucking pot.
Making her upset.
I mean, it's whatever.
He did not know how to eat. He listen, Mom. I'm gonna tell you right now. If it's one thing my father knew how to do, it was fucking eat. He could eat anything. Like when we had pizza. When he would order pizza, he would order one pizza for the family and one pizza for himself. And when he ate his entire pizza, he would eat all our crusts. He was a large man. He had a big appetite.
Why didn't you eat your crust?
I did not like crust as a kid.
I never understood the people that didn't like crust. It's like it's fucking warm bread. Like what's wrong with the crust?
I mean, obviously it wasn't a good thing, Mom. I mean, he's dead. I mean, obviously it wasn't a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But I am saying that like a guy like Dad in his prime probably would have ended up like an internet sensation right now. Because he had that, he just had that goofy ass New Jersey thing going on. He was a big dude, and he was just like, I feel like that would have blown up. Why are you guys not fucking working on the teams right now? What is going on with that?
I don't know, but like if you use caramelized onions, like if you slow cook the onions and get like them browned and everything, it's the same. It's the same thing as adding sugar.
What do you think, sir?
Like if you don't have onions, if you don't have chicken, if you don't have stuff that can actually kill the bitterness, sugar's a little tiny bit is not a terrible substitute.
I needed you to pause. I need you to pause for 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Everybody just hold a second.
Talking to.
I'm talking to you because I lost the stream from you guys and I need to fix it. Just 1 second.
Hiya.
Okay, you're back on. But Sarah, your camera's not showing.
Okay, don't know why, but it's always me. Am I good?
Why? You know why? I know why. It's because you have an Apple.
I feel like PC people say that to me about fucking everything. I can be like, I have type 1 diabetes, and they'll be like, yeah, it's because you have a Mac.
You're using a Microsoft product on an Apple.
Sarah, I need you to leave the call and come back, and I hate to tell you to do that, but for some reason you're not connected properly. Okay, here we go, guys.
It's the same reason that Windows can't connect to a PlayStation controller properly. It's because they do it on purpose.
You think they do it on purpose?
Yes, they do it on purpose because they want you to use an Xbox controller. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was telling her about this.
They want proprietary shit to go with it.
Yeah, I couldn't talk about it as well as you could talk about it.
Yeah, Microsoft's been doing that for years and years, and so is Apple though. They don't want you using Teams. They want you using their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, yeah, no, sauce should not fucking have sugar in it.
Oh,
Why? Because like,
um,
yes, sugar might be
ho-
eliminating one
hold on.
thing, but the problem is that it's adding a secondary thing, which is sweetness. And the sweetness should only ever fucking come from the tomatoes. If you all you want to do is neutralize acidity, people just add a little bit of baking soda, and if you want to make up the difference, just add that much less salt, and then
Just
it won't be
caramelize onions.
salty.
It does the same thing as
Fine.
adding sugar.
But the thing is that I don't want to add sweetness that doesn't come from the whatever I put in as the ingredients. Baking soda doesn't add anything. It just takes away what you're trying to take away. No matter what you use, just don't fucking use sugar, man. You can use anything else. I don't even care if you use Laffy Taffy. Just don't use.
The thing is, like, you're not gonna like if you do it right, you're not even gonna taste it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you just make a good sauce, you won't need any of that.
Yeah,
Just-
but you don't always
if
have
you
the
cook it long
availability
enough-
for all the ingredients for a good sauce.
While you guys are talking, I do want to ask my mom, what do you think my father cooked well? What did he cook that you did enjoy?
Not tomato sauce.
Because he was a really, really good cook, and he did make a lot of things, and I know he made something that you liked. I just can't really remember.
I'm gonna
what
guess
it was.
meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
That
My
was one of my meatloaf was one of my favorite meals when I was a kid. That was like my top 3 favorite dinners. And everyone else didn't really like it that much, but
I
me.
just want to say that my mom made a great meatloaf.
My mom makes
Like-
great meatloaf too.
My mom made a great meatloaf. Like I can actually taste it right now, and I feel like almost every meatloaf I've had since has just been subpar because she just nailed the seasoning perfectly. Turkey dinner. Oh, my dad made. Yeah, man. Thanksgiving dinner. He really nailed. But I do feel like that was a group effort because you did a lot for that, Mom. I actually have video of you in the early '90s cutting mushrooms for Thanksgiving, if you can believe that.
I got sick of fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas food like years ago.
We kind of did too.
It's like the same shit every
babe,
fucking
right?
time.
It depends. Okay, Pat, when you were growing up, did you have traditional American Thanksgiving, or did you have like Italian American Thanksgiving with like lasagna and baked ziti and things like that? Or
It was,
did you just have
it
the
was a little bit
regular?
of both. I mean, we would have the turkey, the mash, like all the normal shit,
Yeah.
and then
'Cause
sometimes
we would
there
always
would be like a
have-
baked ziti or something.
Yeah, we would always have either baked ziti or stuffed shells or lasagna. Always there would be fucking lasagna. And then like Italian bread and all that fucking shit.
Nah, yeah, we didn't go crazy like that on the Italian side. When my dad would like he liked the turkey and shit like that, like the cranberry sauce and all that kind of shit. So, I mean, I never liked stuffing. Number one,
Yeah.
I don't like sweet potatoes. Like, there's a lot of stuff in Thanksgiving
God, I love
that I
stuffing.
just don't. I'm not a big fan of.
Well, my
Yeah.
dad used to make, my mom said the turkey dinner was good. My dad, and I still do this to this day, Sarah will tell you, I make like a pan stuffing, and the top is like crusty, like it crunches when you cook it, and the inside is soft. And it's really, really, really good. Some people add
The
things to
inside
stuffing
is
that
what
people don't
gets
like.
me.
What about the inside? Like, what's the, like
It's
like
just the
what?
texture. It's like mushy bread. I don't like mushy bread. It's like
God, I
wet
love
bread.
it. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's almost,
I mean, it is
It's a
wet
bit
bread.
decadent.
It
It's
is
wet bread.
it's a
Yeah.
bit decadent though.
If you can make him stuffing where the whole layer is crunchy, then
yeah,
maybe you'd
like
it.
the
Okay.
flavor
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it
got
is
you.
good, but the mushy bread
Yeah.
thing just
So
doesn't
I'm
sit right
kind of
with me.
on his side because I don't really like moist stuffing very much. Like I'll
Yeah.
eat it because the flavor is nice, but I don't really like it like that. I like it the way Pat's describing it, where it's like super well done till it's like
Sure,
almost
sure.
a cracker.
I think my
I don't
father
know
actually
about
preferred it
that,
that way
but-
too. My father liked the stuffing super well done. He liked the whole thing kind of crunchy. And we also had all the other accoutrements.
What if you make it with croutons?
Yeah,
Oh, great
Perfect.
idea! What a great idea! Holy
can do
fuck!
that.
What a good idea! Damn.
Crouton
I
stuffing.
mean, if you ever got like stovetop stuffing, that's literally what's in there is like just tiny croutons.
And like a half a stick of butter,
really?
so it's fucking
Yeah.
delicious.
Well, maybe croutons isn't the way.
I got to tell you though, if you're going cranberry sauce though, I think that real cranberry sauce and the canned cranberry sauce should almost have two different names, and I think both should be president.
My dad liked the canned one. It would be like, you do the fucking slurping sound when you fucking get it out of the can.
Yeah.
It would plop, and then you'd have to like slice it up.
Sometimes you'd have to open the opposite side of the can and push it through.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it, but he always got it out.
Have you ever seen the whole chicken in a can?
Disgusting.
Gross. Oh, yeah, it's gross.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Anything whole cooked in a can where you can just eat it straight out of the can, even though you're probably going to throw up.
Yeah, right, sure.
Like
One year.
That's crazy to me.
One year for Thanksgiving, I had Boston Market. And,
I think we did that
right.
once. Yeah. It was
they have like
the
Thanksgiving meals. Yeah.
Pat, your microphone's going.
Is it? I don't hear it.
It sounds like a pan. If it sounds like a fan's running.
Might be. Oi.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
It's weird because I don't hear it. Only you hear it. I hear the fan behind my head.
No, I don't hear the fan from here. I only heard that.
You know what's funny? I just walked over there and did nothing and came back. No, I'm just playing. I actually turned the fan off.
I've been like, holy fuck, I'm such an asshole. If you're watching right now, I want you to say hello in the chat. Don't just make my mom do all the heavy lifting. You know what I mean? I want you to say hello in the chat. Because we're still here and we're still on fire. So what the fuck? I have to piss, though. So I'll be right back.
Thank you for announcing that.
Yeah, my mom, I'm trying to, like, my mom, we had apple trees in the yard and pear trees. And every holiday, she would, well, you know what? I don't know if it was holidays. So she would do this thing like once a year where she would pick all of the apples and all of the pears and then go to the neighbor's house and ask the neighbor if she can pick all of their apples. And it was like we had a dining room table and the whole dining room table was apples. And she would spend the entire day from like morning till night making like 1,000,000 apple pies. And that was like once every year that would happen. And it was so many pies and it was awesome. So she would take their apples and then in return give them pies.
It's pretty cool. The what was it, Delicious Orchards? They used to do shit like that.
I love that place.
They would sell you pies like straight off the fucking tree.
Everything they make is delicious. Everything I've ever had from there is delicious.
Yeah. So expensive though. Even back then, shit was really expensive. Like a pie was like $20.
Yeah.
You're like, what? I mean, it was a huge fucking pie, but back then, that was a lot of fucking money for a pie.
How long have they been around?
Probably as long as I can remember.
I've only ever gone there maybe the past 10 years. I didn't know of it before. I haven't gone there in
a long ass fucking time.
Like I wasn't aware of it as like a child. Dude, their fucking beehive is so awesome.
Did you know crab apples are just regular apple trees?
Yes. Wait, what as opposed to what? Like tiny apple trees?
Like it's like a crab apple isn't a strain of tree. Any apple tree can be a crab apple tree, apparently.
Huh.
It's like that's why they clone fruit trees and shit so much, because they want to guarantee that it's going to be the same exact fruit, because if you introduce another gene to it, it can mess up the species and become like a crab apple.
The types of
bitter or whatever.
The way that like apples are made is so fucking interesting to me. And I think it's interesting because in the past like 6 years or so, I've realized I have a very specific distaste for certain apples, and then there's other apples that I really, really love. And like so it started with the Honeycrisp. First of all, I hate fucking Red Delicious apples. I think they're too soft and like mushy inside, and I've hated them my whole life. And then the Honeycrisp apple came along, and I thought like this is maybe the most perfect apple I've ever had. And then the Cosmic Crisp came out, and I was like, "What's a Cosmic Crisp?" So I read about it, and it turns out it's a Honeycrisp mixed with something else. And that is super interesting. So they've been trying to make all these different apples off of the Honeycrisp, which most people think is the most perfect apple ever.
Yeah, and there's probably like 1,000 types of apples that you never even heard of because they keep trying they try to phase them out. There's growers that collect old basically strains of apple trees, and they're trying to like
what a cool
keep them alive because they're like the best. They're like better than what you can buy in the store, but they're just shoved along because they can't grow as well or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they need a certain region to grow in or whatever the fuck it is.
They are so expensive.
I forget what the heritage apples?
So
no, that's not right. What the fuck are they called?
Which type?
Not antique apples. There's a name. There's like a word for it.
I don't know.
Anyway, did you know that every single avocado that you have, probably the Haas variety, is from one plant that they grew in 1925?
Cool.
And every single one has been cloned since then, because apparently avocados have the same problem that other like apple trees do. Like as soon as you try to if you try to grow an avocado out of the seed that you get, it's not going to be the same plant. It's going to be completely tasting different, and it's going to be probably terrible.
Did you ever see those massive avocados? They're like the size of a football almost.
I think those are like
they're like green and waxy on the outside.
There's more water content apparently in those. But yeah, the Haas variety has been a cloned plant. Every single avocado is a cloned plant from that one in 1925. It was like some guy named Rudolf Haas, I think his name was. It's like a 1 in 10,000 chance you get a good avocado plant out of a seed.
Pat, I hope that one day in our commune, you and I can run the greenhouses.
Yeah, I'm down.
It'd be so fun. It'd be so great, right?
And we can be like Pee-wee in Big Top Pee-wee when he grows the hot dog tree.
Hell yeah.
Mom, what do you think is so gross? What did she say was so gross? What were you guys talking about?
Avocados, probably. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some people can't take them.
I don't like avocados. Guacamole, I don't like it.
Oh, I like guacamole with tomatillos in it. So good. A tomatillo salsa? My God. My God. I mean, that's a bougie salsa.
I used to hate avocados. When I moved to Colorado, I started to like them. They weren't really like that. I feel like avocados on everything now if you go to a store and buy a sandwich or whatever. But in like the early 2000s in New Jersey, that was like pretty much like if you went to a sandwich shop, there wasn't going to be avocados as an option. Like there were no avocados happening in New Jersey at the time. Like restaurants, there were not avocados in your salad. They weren't there. And I had no avocado experience. I was just grossed out by them. But when I moved to Colorado, fucking avocados were fucking everywhere in everything. Like every salad, every restaurant, every sandwich shop, they're just everywhere all the time. And then I had one and I actually liked it. And that's my avocado story.
Oh, I was muted. What the fuck? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I was muted apparently. Sorry, what was that last thing you said?
She talked about avocados in Colorado's.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just take a moment to praise my mom's emoji usage?
At all. Take a moment to what?
Appreciate my mother's emoji usage. It's very colorful. I have a question. Is it okay if I change the subject? You guys mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I, for some reason lately, have been obsessed with watching the movie Home Alone. Sarah will tell you this.
Oh.
I feel like it has become my favorite Christmas movie, even in the off season.
It's definitely one of my favorite Christmas soundtracks.
And I gotta tell you something else. I truly mean this. I think Macaulay Culkin seems like one of the coolest fucking guys in the world. I would love for him to be a guest on the show. I feel like it would be so fun to just have a conversation with him. And I remember seeing
fuck
Home
that
Alone.
kid.
Right. Because you almost got the good son role, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, we can have a reckoning.
I had it. It was.
I had the role. The good son, right? You had the role of the good son.
And then they gave it to him because he was more famous at the time.
Right. I guess in a business sense, I guess that would make sense. But it would be interesting to have him on.
So, I have a tidbit.
Okay.
The Home Alone house, the house.
Yeah.
So, obviously, somebody owned it afterwards. Some old guy owned it.
Yeah.
And he just got arrested recently for child pornography and solicitation and all this other shit to fucking children. So, yeah. That just happened too.
I know it just happened. Like last week. Yeah.
I don't remember the exact charges, but it was a bunch of fucked up shit.
I wanted to ask my mom though on a side note. I remember seeing it in the movie theater, and I think we all went as a family. I think it was me, my mother, my father, and my sister. And I wonder if she remembers going to see Home Alone in the theater. And what the fuck? Sorry.
There's not a lot of movies that I remember seeing with my family, as a family. My dad really, really wanted to see Austin Powers. And we saw that.
I remember a few that stand out, like The Lion King with my dad.
No.
Especially the scene where the fucking the father dies.
I saw Austin Powers in the movie theater.
Wait. It wasn't Austin Powers. I'm so sorry. It was Deuce Bigalow. He wanted to see Deuce Bigalow really bad. And he fucking loved it.
I mean, listen, fuck Rob Schneider, but Deuce Bigalow is one of the funniest movies of all fucking time. And I would tell you, Sarah, that I saw the first Austin Powers movie at Sony Theaters at Monmouth Mall because my friend Chris Crone took me and my cousin. We got out of school, and for some reason, for no reason at all, we never did this. We never went to the movies. We were just like, we need to see the new Austin Powers movie. And immediately after school one day in high school, we just drove to the theater and just watched the movie. And I don't know why, but it was just so fucking funny. Who can't you stand? Austin Powers? My mom doesn't like anything funny. I think I've said that 100 times.
I saw the second Austin Powers movie in the movie theaters. I met my friend Ray at this movie theater. It was like a discount theater that was it was the discount theater that was right next to Guitar Center.
I love those.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Rick?
A Guitar Center in
Freehold. There was a discount theater in the same lot.
Oh, I think I do kind of.
Yeah,
in fact, not only that.
I saw the second Austin Powers movie there with my friend Ray, but I thought it was fucking boring as hell.
The second Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Out of all the Austin Powers movies, I think the second one's the worst one.
And I think that we only went to see it because out of the options for what was playing at the time, we just decided that was the best choice out of the rest of them, from the rest of them. So I don't think it was because we wanted to see it.
But you are a Mike Myers fan.
No, I'm not really a Mike Myers fan. I'm just a fan of some movies that he's done.
So I Married an Axe Murderer must be one of the, I think after putting that on the Awesome Talk page on Facebook, I feel like the general consensus was that out of all the movies Mike Myers has done, that's probably the quintessential Mike Myers movie.
For
is
sure.
So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Definitely.
But and I think the reasons why is because I don't know, he's just unhinged in that movie.
It's because so like I think some people would say Austin Powers, but I don't wait, whoa, is the show Frozen?
What do you mean? Where?
No.
It seems as though that might be the case.
No.
Okay.
No. We're all good. Mom, you there? Let me know when you're there. I think my mother's
No, you're fine.
frozen on her end.
Well, anyway, I think that
Reload.
like Austin Powers can't be the quintessential because he's playing one character.
No, he's not. He's Austin Powers. He's Dr. Evil. He's Fat
Yes,
Bastard.
I know, but what I mean is they're all like cartoonish characters, whereas like So I Married an Axe Murderer, he has to just act like a guy, and that's like so much more nuanced to do in a way that's not boring. Like for example, whenever comedians do anything, like So I Married an Axe Murderer is a comedy, but Charlie is also serious in some respects. Like he's scared of commitment and all these fucking little quirks that he has or whatever. Like a comedian like Mike Myers, who's known for Wayne's World at that point, has to be able to do that too. Like for example, when Robin Williams did a 1 hour photo, everyone was like, why the fuck is he going to be in a horror movie? And like he had to play a completely different nuanced thing, and that movie was great. He was so fucking creepy, and so I think that Axe Murderer is certainly better than Robin Williams in 1 hour photo in that horror movie.
Oh, so freaky, dude. So good.
So yeah, it's got to be Axe Murderer. It's definitely not Ace Ventura or Austin Powers. I mean,
Ace Ventura is good too, though.
Yeah, but he wasn't in it.
In fact, oh my God, that's the next thing I have to ask on the Awesome Talk page is what is the quintessential Jim Carrey movie? Because I think it's Me, Myself, and Irene. I don't think it's Ace Ventura. Me, Myself, and Irene is a masterpiece.
I couldn't quote you one line out of that movie.
Okay. Really?
I honestly couldn't. I can't think of one fucking line in that movie.
It's a really good point, Pat, because I don't think I can either, but when I think back on it...
You can quote Ace Ventura, though, I bet.
Sure, I think I could...
I bet you could quote multiple things from Ace Ventura.
Okay, let's talk about Jim Carrey outside of those two films.
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show
and
is
for
a
almost the
masterpiece.
exact same reason as why I said Axe Murder, because he's not
Truman
playing.
Show, actually,
he's not playing a character. Like he's not playing a cartoon. He's like playing a real guy with like nuance.
But is that the quintessential like if somebody had never seen a Jim Carrey film?
So there's only one. There's one other movie. Which is that movie where he can't lie. That movie, I think, is really
that's a
great.
Good movie.
Yeah,
that's you got to kind of split it up though, because it stopped being as silly later on in his career.
Serious. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah,
but it was still like silly and comedy, but it wasn't like off the wall like The Mask, the Ace Ventura.
Yeah,
Spotless.
I don't like that
what's that,
off the wall.
Cable
I don't
guy
think
one where he was like
I know the Riddler. Is that what it was? He the Riddler?
Oh yeah, he was the Riddler.
Yeah, it was the Riddler. Yeah, fuck.
Oh fuck yeah, he was actually good as the Riddler too.
Yeah, it was real good.
He was the Grinch. That was
that's fucking
like he might literally.
He's so good as the Grinch. I'm going with Grinch.
What about he was the Cat in the Hat or some shit too? Or no, wait, wasn't that Mike Myers?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah.
What would you ask Jim Carrey if you could?
That's weird. What would I ask him?
Yeah, like
I would probably ask him I would ask him about his vampire movie.
I would ask him.
Because I like that movie. I like that
movie. That was
movie
actually one of my favorite fucking movies
Once
back
Bitten.
in the day.
Yes.
Twice Bitten. Yeah.
Once Bitten.
Once Bitten.
Yeah, I would ask
I watched
him about
that movie so many fucking times.
I've seen it a million times.
It was always on TV for some reason.
It was all the time.
and it was great. It was like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, how it was
I
like a
have it on my
comedy.
Plex. It's such an awkward movie.
It's like a vampire comedy.
Yep.
Remember the deaths in Buffy the Vampire Slayer? That one vampire that dies and he's like,
Yep.
ooh,
Yeah, that was Pee Wee
and he's like,
Herman.
oh, hold on a second, hold on.
My poor mother.
That
My
was
poor
fucking
mother
Pee
is
Wee
trying to
Herman,
watch
man.
this.
Was that Pee Wee Herman?
Pee
Hell
Wee.
yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, he's still like, ugh, ah.
Yeah,
He's
man.
fucking crawling through the hallway. Yo, that shit was
Buffy
hilarious.
the Vampire Slayer movie.
That was one of the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer was actually pretty good. I watched it a bunch of times when I would like sprain my ankle and shit.
So good.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah. It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that movie is so famous and that when people think Buffy, they think more Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, they probably don't even know about the movie.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation where the TV show actually became bigger than the movie, even though the movie was big.
I don't even know, dude. I don't know if the movie was big. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't really remember if it was.
I don't remember it.
No,
really
it was
being
big.
popular.
It was big. It was big.
I remember
Absolutely
it being like one of the few movies that the library had that I could rent when I was like hemmed up and from home from school and shit. They didn't have a big selection of movies back then at the library.
Sorry, my mother is texting me to tell me that we froze.
That's what I said.
But I know we didn't because I'm looking at Twitch right now.
Press reload on her browser because my browser is still working fine.
Yeah,
So is
I
mine.
just told her she's got to refresh. I hope she refreshes. I hope she comes back.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh my God, this is such a great conversation though, talking about all these different people, man. Like, because man, I just think that like when I think of Mike Myers, I love, first off, again, me and my father went to see, I guess we went to the movies a lot, but me and my dad went to see Wayne's World, and my fucking dad loved stoner-esque rock kind of shit, which is a surprise to me because he seemed to hate art and culture and music.
Are you like Dazed and Confused and stuff?
No, I don't remember him watching that. But he liked Animal House, Hollywood Nights.
Dude, I don't know if I ever saw Animal House.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. I have like
with John Belushi.
I just have no real drive to see it.
That was the same thing as me. Like everybody's like, "Oh, Animal House." I'm like, I saw like just a quick snippet of it, and I was like,
"Hi, Mom."
It just doesn't seem like a type of movie that I would like.
I was afraid to watch Animal House because as a child, I was told that there was nudity and sex in it, so I avoided it.
I think that's the whole reason people watched it, was just to see nudity and tits and shit.
Well, a very gratuitous time in movies at that time, because you know that generation was like, fuck the old way. It
was all a coke, yeah. It was fucking coke.
A lot of coke fueled decisions were made at that time. Mother.
Movies.
So, what I was asking you, Mom, now that you're back in the chat, was I wanted to know if you were there. I feel like when we saw Home Alone, I think it was me, you, Dad, and my sister. I think we were all in the theater together, and I wanted to know if you remembered that.
Did they forget somebody at home when they went to the movie theater? Yo, I just had a flashback.
Okay.
One time my mom was taking me and a friend to go see a movie at like one of those movie theaters on like 35.
Sure.
Somewhere. And
probably Middletown.
Not even, no. It was like Shrewsbury or some shit. And fucking she hands me the $20 bill and she's like, hold on to that.
Okay.
And as we're walking into the place, this like huge fucking wind picks up and starts pushing me, and the fucking money flies right out of my hand and like goes like out of sight, like so like out of sight, like there was no way we were getting it. Like nobody even knew where it went. That's how fucking crazy the wind was.
Oh, and that's just a memory.
Yeah, and my mom was like, the thing she said, she wasn't mad. She was like, well, I hope that somebody who needs it gets it or something like that.
Interesting.
And she didn't get mad or anything. And we just kind of like, I don't know if she found more money. I think she found more money somewhere, like, or I don't know, something happened.
Interesting.
We ended up getting into the movie, but yeah, like it was very like almost like Zen like thing that she said.
Okay.
Like I was like, what?
Hold on. Sunglasses. Hold on. Movie theater. 2 different parts of my life. Okay. So you just reminded me of 2 different stories. How weird is that? I remember once as a kid, because you said the money blew away. So that's where my brain went visually. And it reminded me of 2 stories from my life. One was on Easter. My family, when I was a kid, we used to go to the Clam Hut in Seaside Heights. And the Clam Hut used to be very, very good, and then it sort of changed hands many times. But for some reason, one year, I dressed in like this little like white suit, and I had a pair of sunglasses. And my grandmother used to take us to the front of the restaurant, and we used to get the little jelly candies. And then we would go outside, and me and my sister would throw the candies into the water because we believed that the fish were going to get the candies. I don't know if there was any fish. The water looked dead as fuck. But as a kid, it just was ocean water. Like, I don't know. It was because the Clam Hut is basically built over the ocean. Yeah. Like when you go into the restaurant, you're over the water. It's fucking. It used to be like that. I don't think it exists anymore. And one year, I was telling Sarah about this the other night because I had a crazy memory of this. One year, I was out there with my grandmother, and we had the little minty jelly candies. And my sister and I were throwing them in the water, and I really wanted to get one out there. But I had this pair of sunglasses that I was really, really into. Because even then, I just liked wearing tons of shit. And I had this pair of sunglasses, and they were like sort of tiger striped, but they were blue and black. And I loved these stupid sunglasses, and I had them in the pocket of the little white suit. And I threw the fucking jelly candy as hard as I could. And the sunglasses flew out of my pocket because of how hard I threw the jelly candy, slid across the dock, and landed in the water. Oh. And I was sort of like really devastated that like I lost the sunglasses because I was like 9 years old. But I was also sort of blown away that I threw the candy so hard that they jumped out of my pocket and flew across the deck. And it's really weird to me because when I think about it now, that must have been, 1989, 1990, something like that? And it's like those sunglasses must exist still. They didn't melt, right? They must exist. Are you laughing?
Yeah, because there's just some fucking fish down there wearing these sunglasses for like 30 years.
Sea turtle,
and like
chilling.
And I think about that. I think about those sunglasses sometimes. So there's that. And then for some reason, the other thing that you said, Pat, the second thing it reminded me of was I can't remember if I ever illegally managed to sneak into a movie theater in the 90s or not. Because I know my friends used to do it. I don't know if you remember Sony Theaters, but like we used to run scams like fucking crazy to get people in and out of fucking movie theaters. But I don't know if I ever illegally did it.
Yeah, do you remember the side tunnel?
Yes.
That side tunnel was my jam. I used that fucking side tunnel for every fucking thing. We'd smoke in there. We'd use it for the back entrance.
Yeah, just so you know, Mom, we were running all sorts of illegal shit.
I don't remember really sneaking in. I just remember like you could like leave a movie and then just go to the next one.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it was one person would pay for the ticket and then walk to the exit door and just open the exit door and let everybody in while nobody was looking. Yeah. Type thing. And sometimes there was crowds there, so nobody could see down the hallway anyway.
And it's kind of fucked up when you think about it because they must have been running that scam in the 80s. And we were running it. And we were running it in the 90s.
Well, that movie theater wasn't always there. That was fairly new. When we were teenagers, that's when it was built.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So we were the ones scamming it.
What movie theater were you guys
we were
going
the
to?
OGs of scamming that place.
We were Monmouth,
in the mall.
We were Monmouth Mall kids.
Oh, okay.
Everybody had a home-based mall in the 90s.
Yeah, but other people had home-based movie theaters, and not all movie theaters.
Oh, ours was connected.
All right, so I had 3 movie theaters around me. There was the one at Freehold Mall, but it's still freestanding. It's just in the same piece of land.
I just want to say I like that my mom said I guess that was normal. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I mean, when you don't have money as a teenager and you want to do things and you ask your parents for money and they're like, no, I don't have it.
Then you just steal shit.
You got to find your own way to have fun because you don't have any money.
You got to remind me of Mom to tell you a story when my friend almost got arrested in the theater. But go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, and there was a discount. There's like a $2 theater, which is now like a church.
Yeah. And
another theater in Freehold.
Yeah.
And one of them I just would go to with my sister because they had Ghosts and Goblins arcade machine there.
I could never get a ride to Freehold Mall. That shit was too far away.
It was just up the road.
Monmouth Mall was the closest one, and it was like, yeah, you could get a ride there easily or walk there or whatever.
Yeah, going to Monmouth Mall felt so like special to me because
really, that's why I felt that Freehold Mall.
Monmouth Mall felt like the faraway mall.
That's how
Freehold Mall felt.
And then the Woodbridge Mall felt like really.
I've never even been to Woodbridge Mall because it was
real
too far.
fancy, dude. It's super fancy. I
actually think there was a night where a couple of us from the Monmouth Mall, sort of delegates, we ventured out to the Freehold Mall, and I think I remember greeting the Freehold Mall goths, where I was like, "Hi, greetings from Monmouth Mall." And like
delegates from Monmouth Mall showed up.
Yeah, right. The delegates came through. In fact, one night at Monmouth Mall, I declared myself Jesus Christ to the mall because I had been there for 40 days and 40 nights.
Wow. Wait, isn't that Noah? Wouldn't that be Noah?
I don't know. At the time, I wasn't embarrassed, I was just sort of going with the flow. Sarah, why are you frozen again, man?
You gotta be biblically accurate.
I did not believe in biblical accuracy at the time, I promise you that.
Yeah, neither did I at all.
Promise you that. I thought all religions were gonna die in the 90s, frankly.
I mean, when we were kids, when we were young, we understood that shit was like already fucked up.
Yeah, we knew immediately,
from inception.
Dude. Our generation was locked right into that shit.
Yeah, we knew it was fucked up. Mm-hmm. And we were smart enough to know that this book has been changed so many fucking times.
Right.
Who knows what the fuck is even still legit from it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah, man. That was the reality of it.
Council of Nicaea.
Oh, come on back. My mom said, I guess that was normal. Let me just tell you the funny story. I probably have told this story on the show before. But Pat, listen, number one, bro. There is no motherfucking way that you and I did not hang out in the same mall at the same time.
I'm sure we did see each other.
There's no way in the fucking... Hold on, Sarah's coming back. There's no way in hell that you and I did not either hang out, know the same people, because a lot of the circles, there were crossovers left and right back then.
Yeah.
But
I was never like the alt crowd though. Like I wasn't goth. I wasn't any of that.
I was the motherfucking. I was right in the center of.
I was friends with them, but I wasn't like one of them. You know what I mean?
Especially when my band started to exist in 1997. Once that happened, we just were. Like, we used the mall as a way to promote the band. So there was no way you couldn't know who Twine was if you were any type of mall rat at that time. There was no way you didn't know because we would stick shit all over the place.
Yeah, I never heard you guys, but I've seen stickers and shit around.
Yeah, we just used it as sort of a platform because what else were you gonna do at the time?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I know some of us ran into you, like
Sure.
Jared, for instance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was just I mean, what the fuck else are you gonna do? You're bored. Everybody's fucking converging in one spot, but that one spot is also just that one spot is a satellite. You know what I mean? Like it satellites out to different things that are going on around the mall.
Yeah,
You've got the couch, and you've got the fucking somebody's gonna have a party in this direction, or in Eatontown, or in Wanamassa. You know what I mean? It was just I hate to say it, but like, if you watch Jonah Hill's movie, the '90s, I think it's called, or you watch Kids or shit like that, like it was just a sort of a fucked up kind of thing where it was just like, as a generation, we were sort of unjaded to the fact that we knew there was no fucking future. We didn't expect there to be one.
Dude, for a long time, everybody thought the fucking world was gonna end in 1999.
Yeah.
Or 2012.
And maybe it was the beginning of the end.
And then when it didn't happen, everybody was like, well, now what?
Mm-hmm. Fuck, now I gotta live.
Yeah, basically, everybody got like, oh, fuck.
Oh, but what I was gonna say, one of the funniest stories I remember was, a lot of people used to park their fucking crazy cars outside of Sony theaters at the Monmouth Mall. Sarah, maybe you can relate to this with the Freehold Mall.
And, you're talking about like an old car show?
No. I'm talking like, in fact, when I went to New School University in the early 2000s, I had a friend who told me that cars in New Jersey are like mythical creatures, and he wasn't from New Jersey. I was like, yo, this is the way people outside the state see this. But in the 90s, it wasn't uncommon to get a car like from the 80s and put rims on it and like fog lamps on it and a big stereo system in it. You know what I mean? I had a 1980 white Cutlass Supreme where the back seat had to be removed because the entire back seat was all black lights and it was speakers and amplifiers.
Oh yeah.
And it right, dude. Like it was.
Dude,
like
the Cutlass actually had a good engine. People sleep on the Cutlass.
It was like a white shark of doom, like to the point where I would roll it past Sony theaters and cops would yell at me, and I'd be like, "Yo, fuck you!" And the cops would yell at me to turn the stereo down, and I would just turn it up. You blasting Rob Zombie or whatever, and. And I remember one time out in front of Monmouth Mall, this kid comes up and he's like, hey, yo, does anybody want to buy a car stereo? And everybody's like, no. And the kid leaves. And 5 minutes later, another kid runs up and he goes, somebody just stole my car stereo.
Oh, that's great.
And everybody was dying laughing, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember like everybody used to hang out outside of the movie theater.
Yeah, it's
waiting for like the movie to start and shit like that.
Yeah. And
it was such different times, man. Holy crap.
And it was a different time to be social. And recently I kind of brought this argument up where I was like, I think the reason why hard media is becoming popular again is for a multitude of reasons. I think it's because it's creative.
It's because people's digital libraries are being fucking deleted even though they bought them. That's the reason.
But people are starting to discover that when it comes to more analog and hard media, it's also a more sociable thing to do in some instances. How fun is it to walk around a store and have to pick out something with somebody and say, hey, we're going to pay for this. We're going to commit to it. We're going to go home and turn it into an event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I just think there's room for everything. I think there's room for digital streaming and room for hard media. I think there's room for rentals if you look at it conceptually, right? When it comes to spending time with people, you're sort of put in a situation where you go, okay, we're going to agree on something, we're going to pay for it, we're going to go home, and we're going to watch it whether it sucks or not, because we paid for it. And I just think that sometimes convenience doesn't have to be the only reason you choose to do something or change something.
Well, introverts have it pretty good now. They don't have to talk to anybody or this and that.
Sure.
But also, is it really that good for them to never see anybody?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And I think that people are starting to understand this again. Pat and Sarah and I talk about this all the time, where the most Blu-ray sales, the most vinyl sales and records are recent, not the 70s. It's recent. Arcades are reopening and they are thriving because people just want to hang out and do something fucking cool together in real life. And I think that's great. And I think it's great. And I think that it's awesome that you and I play games together on Steam, and also people go to the arcade together and hang out together. Like, I just think there's room for all of it. Like, we didn't have to trade one for the other.
Yeah, no, we didn't have to replace it. And I think
it just felt like the natural thing to do at the time. But
the whole lack of ownership for everything now is really getting on everybody's nerves too.
Yeah.
Because just being able to have the rug fucking ripped out from under you at any point is not comfortable.
Yeah.
It's almost stressful constantly because you never know if this is going to happen or not.
And don't forget that that's what led to the fucking whole entire universe of piracy in the early 2000s. And don't think it can't happen again.
Piracy is making a fucking comeback now.
Of course it is.
It's the only way you can get a physical copy of something is you have to fucking pirate it now.
The reason piracy happened was because you were buying a basic-ass, stupid, shit-ass CD for $23 at one point.
Yo, remember? Yeah, when music CDs started costing like $20, it was like, what the fuck is this?
Done. When Nobody Beat the Wiz, you go to Nobody Beat the Wiz, you could buy a fucking CD for $10.99, and then all of a sudden, just your basic album you're paying $25 for. Of course, people are gonna pirate shit if the fuck they can. And I'll be honest with you. I think for the most part, in the last 10 to 15 years, streaming prices have been more fair than not fair. But as they go into the realm of not fair, you're going to see a bigger piracy and things like that. And they deserve it, because when the balance becomes out of whack on purpose because of greed, you deserve the piracy, and that needs to be addressed.
Well, they're already, it's already happening because all the different streaming services are starting to work together and agreeing to keep content separate. So you have to subscribe to these people, or you have to subscribe to that if you want to see a certain thing. So you're going to end up with 5 to 10 subscriptions if you want to be able to see everything.
Right. And I told Sarah the other night, what the fuck do these people think happen? What do these media companies think happen? You think all the pirates disappeared? We're all everybody's still alive, motherfucker. Like, it's the same generation of people, man.
Yeah.
What do you think? It disappeared? It got worse? Everybody agreed that the media was worth the money for a little while. And piracy went way down because of that. Just try to understand that.
Well, streaming services made it easy. If I could only pay $5 to $10 a month and get everything without having to fucking worry about getting a virus, without this and that. Yeah, it's worth it.
Worth it. But when it hits $23, $35, whatever the fuck.
Or 50 to 100 for all the different ones now.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're still giving me ads?
You're still giving ads. Yep.
Fuck that shit, man.
Paying for it with ads still.
Yep.
Give me a break.
That's why I got rid of Hulu, because fuck you. Why are you giving me ads? I paid for this shit.
And not only did I pay for this shit, but by the way, Hulu, I was here when you were nothing.
Yeah, they just changed it all of a sudden.
The first time I ever knew what Hulu was, it was like 2006, 2007, and they had like 3 fucking TV shows and 2 movies up, and it was all for free. And I was there right at the beginning. I felt like I was one of the first people that found it. And I was like, this is going to be the future of everything. And like, God damn it, man, just show a little bit of responsibility for the people that love you. Because squeezing people for every dime you can get is just gonna put everything back to the way it fucking was, and it's so avoidable.
Yeah. We definitely I think cycles go into extremes before things balance out. And we're in one of those like extreme ends of the cycles.
Loops.
Where it's going too far into just against everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like too much for everybody, it gets fucking pushed back too much. Everybody starts fucking, like Republicans start getting fucking crazy, this and that. Now it's going the opposite rate, you know?
Yeah, man.
And now everybody's going to start getting crazy because what the fuck are you guys doing? You know? And it's going to have to stop eventually. They're going to have to pull it back because people, you know, people vote with their dollar. They don't really get that about products and companies. If you don't support this company with your vote, which is your dollar, they cease to exist because you downvoted them.
Right.
If everybody fucking does that, they're not going to be around anymore. So
they're getting easier and easier to avoid again.
Yeah, people,
they are.
Like capitalism sucks, but once it's played correctly, it works in your favor.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
People have to just come together and collectively do the thing.
We grew up, everybody on the show right now, we grew up in the 80s and the 90s. And when it came to getting media delivered to your house, you had HBO, Cinemax, the movie channel, all this kind of shit. And eventually it became more and more and more expensive, and more exclusive. And eventually, once people had that fucking avenue to just get that fucking media that they wanted, they were like, I'm just not going to be ripped off for it anymore. And it happened around a time, we were right, it happened around a time when fucking CDs went up to like $25. It was fucking stupid. And like, just learn, like how much do you fucking need, man?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Listen, maybe I'll shut it down for the night. What do you guys think? Is it time?
Yeah, I think it's time. I'm starving.
Oh. All right. Let's.
I'm fucking starving right now.
So
I've been wanting to eat for like 4 hours.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys, and as always, I will close with a wonderful quote. Tonight's from Zed McMcAfee, who once said, the fruit only grows where the giants leave the deepest footprints. Have a great night. Follow us. We're going to close the season next week. Listen to my voice. It is.
Stay physical. Get physical media while you can.
You're not supposed to unmute, you son of a bitch. All right.
Awesome, talk awesome, talk awesome, it's awesome, talk 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 awesome, talk.